that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. As this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. The Chiefs now going to...
Let's go, baby. I'm going to make you quit. Come on now.
7 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Open man, that's Renfro. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Michael Mayer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Trying to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. There's Garoppolo to throw. And it's going to be caught by Carter for a Las Vegas touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
57 color, 57 color, yellow.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They're going to look to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this.
Send him home. I thought you was coming back. Not I. No Xbox. No, you don't.
That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Butker on for the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game, and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get it. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
It's that defense, 100 yards.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had Looking to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
14-yard line.
15.
Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
I'm the GOAT.
The touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
39-yard gain on the play.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. Forced out to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
11.
And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So,
touchdown Raiders! Hunter Renfrow from 17 yards out. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Mahomes going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught.
Yeah. Whatever you can do, I can do better, Xbox.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Mahomes will throw for it. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Put him in the 50 club.
The times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward.
1 second. You score, I cash up. You're $300.
You're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
2.
1 final try now for Garoppolo. 1 last shot at the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just